Hey friends, now we're going to read an article called Protecting Against Tornadoes. And so when we start reading a text or an article, the first thing we want to do is think about whether it is fiction or nonfiction. So thinking about this title, Protecting Against Tornadoes, do we think it's going to be fiction, just a story reading just for fun? Or do we think it's going to be a nonfiction text which is meant to teach us information? What do you think? If you said nonfiction, you are correct. And because it's nonfiction, like we said, we know the author's purpose for this text is going to be to inform us or to teach us about the topic. So our topic is tornadoes, and specifically how to protect against tornadoes. So we've been talking all about the weather, and today specifically tornadoes. So we are going to take a look at this article. Throughout the article, you may see some photographs. And with those photographs, you might have a caption that describes what's in the photo. So this one says, photograph of a tornado. Did you know that tornadoes come from thunderstorms? Thunderclouds build up when cool, dry air runs into warm, wet air. If enough cool air runs into warm air, clouds can start to gain energy and power. A tornado can result from this energy. A tornado is a spinning column created by the thunderstorm's strong winds. The winds are so strong that they can pick up water, dust, and scraps. A tornado can spin over 200 miles per hour, which means that it has a lot of force. Notice force is a bolded word, meaning it's a really important word. So a tornado can spin over 200 miles per hour, wow, which means it has a lot of force. So thinking about what that word force means, it makes me think of strength. If it can go that fast, it must have a lot of strength. Here we have another caption to describe our photograph, an up-close photograph of a tornado. So this one was kind of from a distance, this one's up close. Tornadoes connect the ground to the thunderstorm clouds in the sky. The ground that the tornado touches is a dangerous place to be. Tornadoes can pick up people, cars, trucks, and houses. Sometimes tornadoes can ruin whole towns. In the United States, towns in Tornado Alley, that's a nickname for a particular area, are often hit hard by tornadoes. So Tornado Alley is the nickname for Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska because these states are the most frequently hit by tornadoes. So in North Carolina, we do sometimes, but not very often. Tornado Alley in these states, they get tornadoes all the time. Now in this photograph, you'll see that the caption, if you're like, man, what is that? The caption tells us it's the aftermath or after a tornado. So in other words, the damage that came after a tornado. The deadliest tornado to hit the United States is called the Tri-State Tornado. The tornado blasted through 3 states and traveled for more than 300 miles. 695 people were killed during this tornado. It occurred on March 18th, 1925, so a while ago, many years ago. Another deadly tornado swept through Gainesville, Georgia, and is known as the Gainesville Tornado. 2 different storms collided to cause this tornado. It killed 203 people in its path. Over 750 homes were destroyed. So again, another bolded word. Think about what does it mean that the homes were destroyed, and maybe look at this photograph to help you. Destroyed means knocked over or ruined. And again, we've got another photograph in here. They're using that word, photograph of a home destroyed from a tornado. So destroyed, take a look at this photograph. This home has been destroyed. So even though tornadoes have a lot of force, there's that important word again, there are ways to protect your home. One way is to set up wind-proof shutters and doors. Some shutters and doors are designed to hold up against strong winds. Another way is to clip your roof down. Steel clips can help to keep your roof from flying off your house. A third way to protect your home is to tie your house down with strong cables. These cables are designed to prevent your whole house from getting picked up by the tornado. And so from reading this article, we can kind of think about what it taught us. We learned what a tornado is in this first paragraph. We learned what causes a tornado and then some of the most common states that experience tornadoes. We learned about some of the deadliest or most dangerous tornadoes in our country. And then our last paragraph was teaching us how to protect your home from a tornado. So here in North Carolina, we don't get them very often, but sometimes. But this gave some tips of some things that you can do if you are trying to protect your home to keep it safe from a tornado, to prevent it from getting destroyed. So next up, you are going to answer a couple questions about this text, and you can come back to this to find your answers.